Hello, all of my beautiful twin flames. This is LaChawn with Power Life Hypnosis. It is now the end of February, and I wanted to do a reading for the Twin Flame Collective from now until the new moon that's going to, or the full moon rather, that's going to occur on March 1st. So I also wanted to do this reading because yesterday I experienced some major shifts within how I felt or saw my twin flame, and I wanted to know if everyone was experiencing the same thing, or not everyone, but if others in the collective were going through the similar experience that I experienced. So I pulled these cards for you. It's early, you guys. I'm not even out of bed yet, but I just wanted to see what was going on. I had to do this reading for myself, so I wanted to do this for all of us within the Twin Flame Collective, especially as Divine Feminines. I love my Divine Masculines, but of course, this is my experience, so I wanted to do this reading. So I have a bunch of cards in front of me here. I have one side for the Divine Feminine, one side for the Divine Masculine. This reading is going to be a little different from my ones before because I'm actually using tarot. I'm using the side cards, and I'm also using cards that I made. This is my first time using my cards in a reading for the collective, so I hope that you guys like them. So okay, if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can do so through my website, PowerLifeHypnosis.com. You can also contact me if you have a question through the Instant Go app. That's www.instantgo.com/PowerLifeHypnosis. You can also book a Divine Mate reading through the description box below. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm actually really excited to be using my cards with you guys. I really like them, so I'm excited to be using them. So first I'm going to start off with a little prediction. This reading is going to get a little intense, so it may or may not resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate, that's okay. So for the prediction for the Divine Feminine Collective, which you're going to be experiencing between now and the full moon on March 1st, I have past love, surprise, and joy. So it looks like many of us are going to be experiencing some kind of happiness that comes as a surprise regarding our twin flames, regarding our situations. So this could be a surprise of someone coming back. This could be a surprise of a change of emotions. This can be any kind of surprise, but it's going to bring joy. This could just be a change of feeling. This can be anything, but it's going to bring joy. So expect a positive turnaround of positive feelings to come sometime during this week. And it might come as the new moon gets closer, the full moon rather gets closer. So, okay, let's go ahead and start with what I have in front of me. So, regarding the Divine Feminine, what she's going to be experiencing throughout this week. Okay. So I have here the Five of Pentacles, and then I have the Prison card. I also have, well, I'll go into these cards first, and then I'll go into my other two cards. So with this Five of Pentacles cards, to me, this represents the Divine Feminine during this week. She's going to be feeling like she was left out in the cold. She's going to be feeling disappointed. I'm feeling like there's disappointment. In this card, there's a man, and he's sitting under a large mushroom, and there's a really turbulent rain coming down, rain representing emotions. So there's really turbulent emotions coming down, and this person is just sitting under this mushroom as these turbulent emotions are just raining down on him. In the traditional tarot, in this card, it is usually two people, and they are outside of a building, and they're out in the snow. So you can see from these two depictions that somebody's going to be feeling, the Divine Feminine, like he's going to be feeling like she was left out in the cold, left behind by her Divine Masculine. because of this separation. Now I have this prison card here, and this prison card is also very significant. It's interesting because these two people are sitting in the same exact position. However, the person in the prison card is sitting similar to the person under the mushroom in the Five of Pentacles, but with shackles, because this person is contained within a prison. So this card represents feeling imprisoned by your circumstances, feeling imprisoned by what is going on. You could be feeling isolated. You could be feeling disappointed. You could be feeling hungry for something. I just realized there's a plate in this person's little cell here, but the plate is completely empty. It doesn't even look like there are any crumbs on this plate. So you could be feeling like you're in prison because of this lack of fulfillment, this lack of nourishment regarding this twin flame union. There's a sun shining in, but the person has their back turned to the sun, so they don't see the sun that is coming into the jail cell here. So you maybe just focus on the darkness, the difficult emotions, not really paying attention to the light going on around you. This card is also significant because this person is in prison because of his previous actions. So this is saying that, Divine Feminines, you could be feeling like you're in prison, feeling like you're trapped because of your past actions, meaning that this is a choice. I'm feeling like this is a choice to be in this prison. And just as you can choose to be in this prison, you can also choose to, turn toward the light and see the light even though you are within this space. But keep in mind that because, Divine Feminines, we have been working so hard on ourselves, this prison isn't because of a punishment. This prison is for you to reflect. Reflect on the past, reflect on the future, and reflect and think about where you want to be, what it is that you want to have, what you want to experience when you are out of prison, when it is time for you to rejoin society. So there may be, again, some isolation, some staying away. You may be spending time in solitude. Not that this is the Hermit or the Sage card, but you may be spending time in solitude because of unhappiness. But keep in mind, again, this is a time not to dwell in unhappiness. It's a time to contemplate, focus on what it is that you want when you come out of this space. Know that everything will pass and you will come out of this prison able to join society once again. But patience is also needed. Most of the time, and I say this like we all have this experience, but I was going to say that most of the time we don't want to stay in prison. That's a weird thing to say, but we don't want to be in this prison. Nobody wants to be in this prison type energy, in this confined, unhappy type energy. But this is a very purposeful time, a very useful time for the Divine Feminines. Okay, so the two cards that I have here from my deck, I have Within 1 Week and Do Nothing. So this is saying that for this week, for some of you, it could be difficult to just do nothing regarding your twin flame union or, your twin flame. So this can mean, for those of you who are, for example, maybe putting out good energy or putting things out or, trying to connect with your twin and the 5D and all that. This is saying do nothing for a week. You may be doing nothing for a week because we're going to just be stuck. Some of us are going to be stuck in this space, stuck in this difficult space for this period of time. This is only for a week. So following that week, we will be out of that space. Okay. So the challenge that the Divine Feminines are experiencing, I have here from my deck, the Divine Union. Our challenge came up as the Divine Union. Now, why is the Divine Union a challenge for us? Well, I have the Knight of Swords here and the Mother card. And I feel like this is saying for many divine feminines is that, or those who this reading resonates with, is that the divine union is a challenge because for so long we have been putting in so much effort into this union. We've been putting in so much work, some of us for months, some of us for years. We've been putting in a lot of effort, a lot of work. We've been charging forward with all of our might and everything that we have within this union. But this is a challenge because doing so is blocking the union. But why are we doing this? I feel like we're doing this because many of the divine feminines are saying to themselves, I love my divine masculine so much. You know, even though the divine union is a challenge, and even though I'm feeling left out in the cold and I feel like I'm in prison and I feel, you know, these turbulent emotions, I don't see the sun, I feel malnourished, but I still love this person. I still care for this person. I still, you know, have feelings for this person. I still want to care for him. So you could be holding on to these feelings, keeping that emotional bond, that connection to your twin flame, despite this being a blockage. So I'm taking this as, you know, this can be difficult. Actually, I'm going to kind of jump ahead and go into that. So, okay, next what I have here is, let's see where to go next. I'm actually going to jump up here. I'm going to jump up here to where there's room for growth for the divine feminine this week. So I have here emotions. I have, interestingly enough, left out in the cold. And then I have the Ten of Swords and the Wheel in reverse. And this is a wheel from the side cards deck, not the tarot deck. So I can see here that the divine feminine, she's going through some kind of growth or some kind of transformation in her emotions from feeling left out in the cold. We have that Five of Pentacles energy, and I have this card from my deck. So we're going through transformations in our emotions. Now, that is because I feel as though many of the divine feminines have kind of given up or walked away or put to the side their twin flame, their relationship with their twin flame, or their journey, their separation, their connection with their twin flame. Many of us are putting it to rest, letting it die, turning our backs away from it, ending it. Many divine feminines have felt disappointed in the journey up until now, disappointed in their experience in this journey up until now, and it's causing some disappointment. Some of us are feeling like we weren't looking at the situation correctly, maybe idealizing our partner, even though this person isn't even in our lives. It's interesting because I know this resonates with me regarding my twin flame journey. And normally I don't like to talk too much about my situation, but I know that there are others who are going through this experience, so I just want to say that you're not alone. I know that yesterday was kind of my day that I realized, you know what, I'm kind of done with this journey. I'm kind of finished. It's interesting though, because I'm not at a place where I'm angry with my divine masculine. Of course, I always love him, but now I see that I love him for the role that he played in my life. And I say played because he's not in my life. Which also kind of reminds me of what's going on here, because I'm realizing that I feel like I've been chasing after a ghost, someone who is in spirit, who I can connect with in spirit, but not physically, you know, which isn't as satisfying. I have the wheel here, and the wheel here speaks of stagnation. It speaks of ending something. So many of you could be finding growth and moving forward through ending the twin flame journey, or ending your involvement in this twin flame journey. Now, what implications that will have, for some, I feel like ending it will cause your divine masculine to come back, I guess, in some time. For others, you may move on and find a karmic or find, you know, another soulmate, find someone who resonates a similar energy to your divine mate, or rather your twin flame, but not this person. Because some of us are tired of being on this journey that keeps going round and round and round with no payout, with no benefits, with no happiness that we can see in the near future. You know, I feel like many divine feminines have also experienced what I've experienced, in that we've been going on this journey and we keep feeling like we're getting so close. You know, for example, there'll be moments when we may be having heightened dreams about our divine masculines. I know at one point, maybe last week or so, or the week before, it was around the time of the full moon, or the that last big moon we have. There were 2 nights in a row where I had really, really intense prophetic dreams about my divine masculine, where I didn't want to know all that stuff that was going on in his life. I didn't want to know. I saw so many things that I did not want to know. I didn't want to know that he was doing those things, but it was revealed to me in my dream state, and it kind of, you know, shook me up for a few days, and I had to kind of get over that energy and get over that, you know, not betrayal, but just get over the difficult emotions that I was feeling regarding that, the confusion, the, you know, just what was going on. So we've been on this journey, you know, getting close. And then it doesn't transpire. It doesn't happen. It doesn't manifest. And we're getting disappointed over and over and over again. And we just keep getting tested. And many of us, we're just tired of doing this. I was thinking to myself, it's so interesting. I was thinking last night how during the time when I was with my divine masculine was really to me, I feel like it was one of the happiest times. If not, I can say it was the happiest time of my life. I had the best time of my life then. I didn't know happiness to that extent prior to that. I never experienced that level of happiness. I didn't know it existed. So it kind of opened my world and showed me there's happiness beyond what I knew. And at the same time, in separation, I had to experience the lowest lows that I ever felt in my entire life. The lowest lows. Very, very difficult energy. You know, very, very difficult energy. However, by going through this journey, by dusting myself off reluctantly and moving forward after each disappointment, after each, you know, setback, after each whatever I was going through, I became a little bit stronger, you know? And by moving forward through this disappointment, through this pain, things will move forward and change will come in divine timing and in the right time. This is merely a stage that we are experiencing. So we've reached the end. We've reached the Ten of Swords. There's no worse pain than the Ten of Swords. There's no worse pain than the Ten of Swords. So it's like the dark night of the soul. We've reached the peak of the pain here. So now the wonderful thing is things can only get better. So take a look at your situation. Try to do so from an objective perspective in order to gain wisdom. Gain wisdom from these difficult experiences. What have you been going through? What do you not want to experience again? And that's another really wonderful thing about this, because this situation, this twin flame journey, even though there is no, union, or that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this pain and this cycles. Even though this is being experienced, the good thing is we're at the Ten of Swords. This is the height of pain, so this pain will never be felt again. This cycle of pain, this could be a cycle of codependence, cycle of abusive relationships, cycle of fear, cycle of anything. It's ended. This cycle has ended. So moving forward in relationships, things will never be the same. I was also thinking to myself, a blessing from this situation is, it's interesting. I never thought that I would feel this way, but I have to share this with you all. I actually, last night, actually felt gratitude, and I feel grateful for my divine masculine and for, you know, pushing me away, so to speak. Because what started our, separation, what ended our relationship is he pushed me away, manipulatively, by accusing me of doing something that I didn't do, knowing that I didn't do it, knowing that it was going to cause friction. So he purposely pushed me away and manipulated me. And I realized that if that were now, and I forgive him for it, because he is on his own journey between him and his higher power. He's doing his own thing. He has his own things to learn. So I'm not mad at him about that. Again, I'm actually grateful about that because for many reasons. One, if he didn't push me away and cause me to walk away from this, from our 3D relationship, if I didn't walk away, I still would have been going through the codependency loop with him, not realizing that our relationship was not, the healthiest relationship. We were good to each other. We didn't mistreat each other, but we were codependent. And I did not realize that until after the separation. That was a shadow. That was a part of my shadow there. So now moving forward, I will never be in a codependent relationship again. And that is a blessing because now my relationships will take on a whole new energy and be a whole different way. And now they will have the foundation to last because I will no longer be in a codependent dynamic with anyone after experiencing such deep pain from codependency. Also, a really wonderful thing is I realized that our relationship, and I'm sure this is similar for many of you Divine Feminines, all of us in the collective, our relationship ended very turbulently, very, very turbulently. I was very upset with this manipulation and with this hurt. And I'm going to be honest, you guys, I was really, really heartbroken and upset in a way that I've never been before. And I was just so mad that I just went off on this person. I went off on my divine masculine I blocked him and went off on my divine masculine for 3 days straight because I didn't want to hear anything he had to say because he always says such nice things that I didn't want to be roped back in, and I couldn't believe him. I couldn't believe any of the nice things that he said because I can see proof in my own eyes that the words weren't matching his actions. So I realized that after this experience, now that I've grown throughout this separation period, the beautiful, beautiful thing about this is I'm so grateful because now I can see all these things and I will never even allow myself to be put in a situation where I am in that place that I was, or I won't, nobody will, what am I trying to say here? I won't allow myself or allow anyone else to put me in that situation again, to make me feel that way again. There are things that I could have done if I was in a different place back then to prevent all those things from happening. For example, walking away much sooner. Walking away at the first sight of something's not right. So now that I've experienced this deep, deep pain, and now that the Divine Feminines, we've experienced this deep, deep pain, we're never going to experience these situations again. We've learned. We've learned. We see now. And that's really, really wonderful. Okay, so what are the lessons for the Divine Feminine this week? Okay. I have here secrets. I have here energy balance. So there may be some secrets that we need to uncover within ourselves. We may need to be honest about how we're really feeling or what's really going on. We may be keeping secrets from someone. It may also be a good idea to work on energy and clearing out negative energy and infusing yourself with positive energy, working on your energy. Possibly, I'm hearing for some, balancing your feminine and masculine energies. So the divine feminine and the divine masculine within you. I have also here the Magician and the Liberation card in reverse. So this Liberation card in reverse is telling me, if this is regarding lessons for the divine feminine, some of us are having difficulties letting go of this partnership, letting go of this union. Because a Liberation card in reverse is staying stuck, not unable to let go, unable to move, unable to liberate yourself from something difficult. So we may be staying stuck here. However, the lesson here is that liberation is necessary, and liberation must be done, freeing yourself from what no longer serves you, whether if it's a person, place, thing, energy, thought, belief, but freeing yourself from what no longer serves you is either going to manifest your union or something better. Because the divine feminine, we're magical people. Of course, we know that. We have the ability to manifest our relationships, our love, manifest. We're very powerful manifestors. So, in order to bring about what it is that you want, this could be your union that you're manifesting. This could be a partnership with somebody in the 3D who is going to provide you with the attention, affection, care, love, romance, happiness, laughter, shared fulfillment, mutual fulfillment, joy, and all those things that you just seek and deserve. But liberation and letting go of this situation has to happen, regardless of, I feel like many of us don't want to let go. And many of us are holding on because we put in so much work for months, for years. We put in so much effort, and we're like, if I just hold on, if I just keep in this situation, I'm going to stay. I'm not going to liberate myself. And if I just stay in this situation for a little bit longer, maybe I can manifest union. That's what a lot of us are experiencing. However, what we have to remember is liberation is absolutely key. That's going to give it the space to come in if that is what you are truly wanting. However, I don't want to take that angle because I'm seeing that the divine feminines, for one reason or another, it's imperative that we walk away at this time, liberate ourselves at this time in order to manifest something wonderful for us. I can't say whether if it's the union, I can't say if it's not, because some divine masculines, they're just not coming through right now. Unfortunately. A lot of divine masculines have come through, which is really, really beautiful, really, really wonderful. Really, really wonderful. I'm so oh my gosh, I'm so happy for those whose divine masculines, who they reunited. So happy for you guys. That is so amazing. It's so wonderful. Oh, I get excited. But for others of us, we have to let go in order just to let love and what we deserve come into us. You know what I just thought about? I just thought about how when it comes to manifesting and magic, the biggest secret is, the final step is releasing and letting go of your desires. Because that shows the universe that you believe and that you trust that it's doing the work and that it's going to come in without your interference. So it's important to release the desire for what it is that you're trying to manifest. So for some of you, it could just be releasing the desire for this twin flame union. It could just be that, releasing the desire for the twin flame union. Others, it's liberating yourself, moving away from your twin flame so you can bring in something better for you. But just know that something good is going to come through you walking away from any lower difficult energies or what is causing you pain. Okay. So, see where to go next here. Okay, I'll go with what's going on with the Divine Feminines regarding sex and romance during the week. And let's see what's going on here. So I have the Five of Wands, the Father card in the reverse. I have No, and I have Love Offer. So there's different things that I'm picking up here. For some Divine Feminines, I'm feeling as though there may be members of the opposite sex or the same sex if you date the same sex, but there are people that are battling over you. There could be, you could have different suitors. You could have people challenging each other. People in competition over you, I feel. You may have many love offers. So I feel like this love offers card goes with this Five of Wands, that many of you are receiving several love offers. However, it also looks like many of you are also turning down these love offers because we have this No card here. So we have this Father card here in reverse. And I'm taking this card to mean kind of this is the Divine Masculine, I feel, for many of you. Representing, a father figure or mentor. Many of you could have had this kind of, fatherly relationship with your Divine Masculine. That comforting family type of energy. Or even that mentor, energy. It could have been an older male for many of you. Not all of you, of course. I'm just speaking of what this card can represent. But in the reverse, this is saying that there was an abuse of power. An abuse of authority. So problems with one's father figure. I'm also kind of taking this to be kind of a demotion. Like the Divine Masculine at one point was the father figure in the upright. That strong, powerful figure. That Divine Masculine figure. And the Divine Feminine is kind of seeing him as not that person anymore. It's like if you do have suitors, many suitors, you could have just put your Divine Masculine on the waiting list behind all the other suitors, for example. On the way on the pile of resumes that never gets looked at or something. Just put his resume on the pile, the one that doesn't get looked at. He's kind of demoted. Why? Because he hasn't been coming through with that energy. This is also a card of a weak leader. So you could have been seeing your Divine Masculine at some point as, a mentor, the knight in shining armor, or, and this is regardless of your male or female, just really, you could have looked up to this person or even saw your Divine Masculine as not better than he or she really is, but, in a brighter light, because this is your twin flame. So you had a very high opinion of this person, but now this person's opinion has dimmed. So this could be because of conflicts. Or you could be feeling like you're in conflict with yourself. But I feel like the Divine Feminine may be turning down some love offers, or may have a love offer denied during this week, because I have no to a love offer. So you're either saying no to a love offer from suitors. Someone could be saying no to you. This can go in many different ways. Many of you could also just be tired of battling with this father person, with this, divine masculine. So you say no to the union. That's another possibility as well. I feel like during this next week, it's going to be a lot of focusing on ourselves, divine feminines, ourselves, and moving forward in our lives into better places. Because I know I can speak for myself, and I'm sure I'm speaking for a lot of you. This twin flame journey has not been easy for us. It's been actually, I believe, the most difficult and trying experience I've had. The most difficult experience in my life. Like I was saying before, when I was with my divine masculine, I experienced, highs. During the separation, there were times when I've been at my lowest emotionally. So many of us, again, we're walking away from this and we're focusing on ourselves and what makes us happy. We're focusing on ourselves now. If this twin flame journey is not providing fulfillment and providing happiness, I feel as though many of us are feeling like there is no reason to stay. I feel like many of us are recognizing there is no reason to stay. When a person is your twin flame, you're always going to be energetically connected, So if that's the case, it's okay to still have love for your divine masculine. Have love for the role, hopefully, I would like to think that at one point, I would assume there were benefits that he had in your life. There was something that he brought to your life. There was something positive that he brought to your life. Look back on those times fondly and be grateful for that moment. Be grateful for what he did in your life. And move forward. Because those times were when the divine masculine was being a benefit for you, in your soul, being a benefit for you spiritually, being a benefit for you emotionally. He was benefiting you, to be in your life. However, if now this person is only causing pain, we have to move forward and keep going toward the light and keep going toward what makes us happy. So that could be another thing that some divine feminines are experiencing. I just heard the sign of Leo. I just heard Leo. So this may be especially within Leos. I'm not sure. I just heard Leo. So that may be especially a message for Leos. This could be just in general. But we are trying to figure out what drives us and makes us happy now. And how we can do that on our own without the divine masculine. Because if holding on to the divine masculine is causing pain, then why do that to yourselves, Okay. So interesting. Such interesting feelings going on within the collective. It's like some of us are really unhappy with our divine masculines, are angry. Some people, it's like angry at what happened. Others of us are holding on much too tightly. I feel like there's just many strong emotions one way or another. And I feel as though, and what I just heard was those strong emotions one way or another could be what is keeping you out of energetic alignment. And what instead would bring you into alignment is a feeling and a genuine feeling, not just saying this, but a genuine feeling of, I love my divine masculine for what he did for me when he was in my life during that time when he was, the happy things that he did, whatever he did for me. I'm very grateful for that. And our time together and what he added to your life. Think about this, you guys. Really think. What did your divine masculine bring to your life? I know with my divine masculine, he was able to help me open my eyes and understand more of who I was and heal a lot of shadow issues and, even past life issues and, really show me a lot about myself. And I guess I can tell this to you guys and come out with this for the first time. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't be in the process of becoming a high priestess, which I am now. This is my first time telling you guys, but this kind of fits with, the topic right now. I wouldn't have become I wouldn't have done that if it weren't for us going through separation. So I'm even grateful for the separation. I'm even grateful for him pushing me away, because by him pushing me away and, me going into that really deep pain of wanting my divine masculine, it caused me to fight in order to combat that, overcome that, and arise out of the ashes. So even the separation has, even though it had its difficult times, I don't really want to say like I'm still going through the separation journey, because I'm just going on with my life. I love my divine masculine for, again, his role in my life, what he's done for me, the things that everything that he did, who he was, even pushing me away, causing me to go on this journey to where now, moving forward, my life will never be the same, because I can never go back to that 10 of Swords energy, So even that's a blessing. So look at all these things and hold that space for your divine masculine in that way. Look at all these things, appreciate him for that, see the role that he played in your life, and keep on moving forward to being the best you. And no, it's not easy, at times it's not easy. It can be very, very difficult to do that. However, holding on to what hurts us is kind of what got us into, I feel like it's what got many of us into this situation in the first place, instead of going away from what hurts us, going towards what hurts us. When now it's like we should be, actually not now, but we should be always moving away from what hurts us, moving away from what does not make us happy, into something that does, even if that means being by ourselves, even if that means being single. Because there's something much better on the other side of being single versus staying in an unhappy or a manipulative or an abusive relationship. All right, so the next little set of cards I have here, what are the lessons for the divine masculine this week regarding the divine feminine? And I have here something very interesting. I have the King of Cups, the King of Chalices. I have the libido card here in the reverse. I have Ghost, and I have Help Arrives. So, let me take a look at these. Okay. So, when it comes to this libido card in the reverse, the libido card represents physical intimacy and sex void of feelings, without feelings. So this is someone who likes to dominate others through sexuality. This is someone who hides their true feelings. This is also someone who may have a lot of guilt and shame regarding sexuality, which can lead to particular behaviors or particular desires. This can also speak of abuses, sexual abuses, and using your energy in a, let's see, what's the word I'm thinking of? Using your energy in a misdirected way, in a manipulative way, in a way to hurt others, so the divine masculine can feel more powerful. I just heard someone who feels joy, feels more powerful from using sex as a weapon and using it as a weapon against others and to hurt others. This is also a card of losing touch with the beautiful things that come from sexuality, the beautiful side of sexuality, the beautiful emotions that can come with sexuality. This is losing sight of all that. This could be because of abuses, this could be because of cheating and adultery. This can be because of one's mind state, where they are. regarding their sexuality, unable to feel that connection to their heart. So they use their sex as a weapon. I heard something along the lines of using it to feed themselves, feed a void within them at the expense of others. It's kind of a twofold. So I feel like that was a theme for a lot of divine masculines. So I feel like this has led to, of course, this ghosting here. I have this ghost card. This is in my deck. I have the ghost card here. So the libido card, this libido in the reverse, and this energy, this divine masculine, this week is learning about or discovering how he has been out of touch with his, emotional, sexual nature. And is now, I would like to say, okay, well, I have this help arrives card here, so this could go either way. I was going to say, can now be recognizing this situation and choosing to act in a more emotionally mature way. And he may be developing the ability to empathize or sympathize or really see who his divine feminine is. So that can be for some. So it could be that this help arrives, causing the divine masculine to, seek this divine love. Could be causing him to awaken in his spirituality. And again, mature in his emotions. Causing him to kind of gain back that reverse father card. But this is, I feel like, what will be going on away from the divine feminine. So the divine feminine wouldn't be able to see this. On the other hand, this could also just represent, again, we have that libido energy, which is very, very strong here. This carnal energy, this seduction, for personal gain. This is physical, intimacy, void of emotions. Just for a game, I feel. Or to fill a void. And then this King of Cups here, this King of Chalices here, he may also be somebody who's emotionally manipulative. He may be emotionally manipulating again in order to serve a purpose, to gain power, to serve his emotions. This could also be representing manipulation and secrets within a romantic situation with the divine feminine, or even defensiveness. So this energy here, this libido energy in the reverse, could be causing the divine masculine to take on this energy, to be secretive, defensive, to ghost, to be quiet. But this is helping him in some way. And this can also be helping the divine feminine in some way, because if the divine masculine is in this space or is working on this energy, this wouldn't be the best time for union anyway. Because union happens when both twins are energetically aligned. And divine feminines will not be energetically aligned with someone who is manipulative and secretive, and someone who is using them to fill a void, using them, with no regard for who they are, using them to draw their energy and to be an energy vampire. That wouldn't be a good place for the twins to be. So, Spirit wouldn't put a union together like that. Spirit, God, universe, your higher power would not put you two together at that time. So this could be what the divine masculine is working on this week, this energy. It could also be that, again, he's realizing this. He's realizing what's going on, or he sees his behaviors, his actions, which, I feel like the divine masculines have been waking up to this and kind of already see it. This is regarding the divine feminine. So he may be recognizing that there needs to be trust. There needs to be fidelity, loyal commitments within this connection in order for it to work. The divine masculine may be afraid to express its true emotions, which is causing him to act out sexually. But I feel like he may be coming into his emotions, understanding his emotions, and healing this libido in the reverse energy. All right. So, because we are 50 minutes, I'm going to leave the divine masculines reading for a separate reading. And I'm just going to pull some guidance cards for the divine feminine collective to give you guys some guidance for this week. Okay, so first, because I feel like many of us divine feminines are, either walking ascended masters or ascended masters in training, I'm going to pull a card from here, and I have a few decks I'm going to pull some guidance for. So let's see what some guidance for the divine feminine collective for this week. Okay. Ooh. All right. So I had 4 cards pop out here. Let's see what I have. You are seeing the situation accurately. Okay. Mother, wife, sister, daughter. Interesting. Father, husband, brother, son. And you can do it. This is really interesting. Especially for me, I have some personal messages in here because I do have past life memories of having Osiris as my husband. And when I first got this deck, this is actually how I found out that who I believe my twin flame to be is actually my twin flame. And this is his card because he was Osiris in a past life with me. So we have our sun here, Horus. So you're seeing the situation accurately. So whatever you're experiencing this upcoming week regarding your twin flame connection, whatever your views about it, however you're feeling, you're seeing things correctly. You're seeing things the right way. You have the gift of divine perception this week. Okay, you have the gift of divine perception this week. You are seeing the situation accurately. So now, however you're seeing your divine masculine this week is exactly the way that you should be seeing your particular divine masculine during this time. So, okay, I have here mother, wife, sister, daughter, father, husband, brother, son. For some of you, I'm picking up, this is a message that you and your twin flame, you have had past life relations. So, in a past life, or if I have implants of these memories, in whatever way, my divine masculine and I, in a past life, we've had a connection as husband and wife, as well as brother and sister. So know that you have a connection to your twin. And, for example, if your twin in a past life was a brother, you're always connected, right, to your brother. You're always connected to your brother. However, you allow your brother to go off and learn his own lessons and live his life and figure out his own path. And the brothers and sisters are always going to be connected. They're always going to be connected. And there's still always going to be an unconditional love there. However, the sister isn't going to feel a need to have the brother all the time and not going to, hold on to the brother like this energy that we had up here, or the divine feminine is not letting go, because we're going to allow our brother to become the best person that he can be. And that's what we want. And this is also the attitude that we should take toward our divine masculine. You want him to have the best life that he can. If you're always going to be connected, you're always going to be connected. So allow your divine masculine to, of course, live his life. And then the last card I have here is you can do it. So you can do this. This is Archangel Michael here. You can do this, divine feminines. You're strong. You're a powerful manifester. You have healing abilities. You've done so much healing. You've done so much work. You have so much power. You're so powerful. You can do this. You can get through this time. You can get through this. Is just a week's reading, so you can get through this week. Okay? Have no fear. What's on the other side of this is going to be much, much better. Okay, let's see. It's an additional message I have. Let me get an additional message here for the Divine Feminine Collective for this upcoming week until March 1st of 2018. Forgive and release. We are stronger for carrying love and forgiveness rather than hate or anger. We can keep our lesson learned without holding on to past hurts. How interesting that this, wow, and then another card that just came out, love all. Your compassion is incomplete until it includes yourself. Release self-judgment, self-punishment, and self-sabotage. Include yourself when you love. So this is speaking of being a beacon of love and loving yourself. Making sure that you are pouring, if you feel like pouring energy into your divine masculine, pour energy into your own life. I'm sure there's some area where you could be putting attention into your own life as opposed to your divine masculine. And again, forgive and release. We are stronger for carrying love and forgiveness rather than hate or anger. So this is saying to forgive your divine masculine. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for your role in the relationship. Because when you look back at it, both parties had to contribute to the downfall of the relationship. So forgive yourself for your role in it. Love your former self at that time. You were doing the best you could do at that time, given the resources that you had. And also, forgive your divine masculine. He was doing the best he could with the resources that he had at that time as well. And many of our divine masculines did actions that were less than favorable and that were a little unsavory. However, there were benefits that came from their actions, regardless of what they did, which is coming to a place of growth, coming to a place of learning, increasing self-love, whatever things you had to go throughout this journey in order to become the strong person you are now, the person you are now. So that is a benefit. So forgive your divine masculine for any hurt, that he caused, or his actions. And know that it still is benefiting you in some way. Even if it's benefiting you in that you are away while he's going through all the whatever he was going through. That's not something that you wanted to be around for. It's much better to be off and working on yourself and, becoming and upgrading yourself. And recently we just had all this ascensions and, there's been so much going on spiritually on this, this divine template here that was a much better place for us to be internally than to be in some kind of difficult energy or some kind of stuck energy. There's so many transformations that have been going on within both parties, the divine feminine and the divine masculines. And it came because of this separation, and it came out of the perfect timing with what's going on with the universe and the planets and everything. So forgive your divine masculine for the pain. Because if you are hurting, know that your divine masculine was hurting too. In some kind of way. Maybe in a way that you don't know about. Because I feel like the divine masculine kept a lot of secrets from the divine feminines. He wasn't open. So forgive him and release him with love. Again, look back on your experience. Look back on what did your divine masculine do for you? How did he come in your life at that time, at the time that he did, to raise you up from where you were before? Be grateful for that. Thank him for that. Even energetically, you don't have to call him up or talk to him and thank him for that. But even in the 5D, thank him for his thank him for what he did. Know that he's on his own journey, as are you. And because of him, you are now a better person. And also holding on to any anger, if it is, it's so difficult because, thus far I've been one for manifesting union. If you want to manifest union, but I'm kind of at a place now where I've just been so tired of being disappointed so many times. If I don't see something happening in the 3D, I had to kind of let it go. A spiritual connection with my divine masculine is great and fine and dandy and all, and it served its purpose. It's really served its purpose. However, I'm not about that 5D thing. I need something in the 3D, and something good in the 3D. So I've walked away from my divine masculine. I know who my divine masculine is. I'm not thinking, I'm going to go find another divine. I know who he is. I'm not with him. I don't feel the need to be with him. Like, I'm okay, It's fine. He can be doing his own thing. I can see him again. I cannot see him again. I mean, we never know. It's hard to say because it's like at some point it's like you hope you can, but I'm in a place mostly where I'm gone. I had to go, and I'm moving on. I'm looking for my divine mate, whoever that is, whether that be my twin flame or somebody else. Because I feel like there could be people, I feel like there could be circumstances where one has a twin flame that one cannot be with, and one has a divine mate who is not their twin flame. It's possible. Anything's possible, actually. Anything's possible. So that is possible. So I'm moving forward to my divine mate, whoever that person is, and I'm working on bringing in my divine mate. This could be a soulmate, but it's somebody that I'm going to have happiness and love and romance with in the 3D. So the 5D connection, even though it has served its purpose for me, in my life and has made me who I am, at the same time, it's not enough to sustain me and sustain and fulfill the need for physical intimacy. And therefore, I'm going to now go in search of that. That's funny. I have my romance angels cards in my hand, and I see reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. It could be a past life. Hey, we never know. It could be a past life. I don't want to say anything about holding on because if you're not getting what you want in the 3D, I don't see the need to keep holding on to something that hurts when there's happiness out there, Okay, so let me pull a message here from my Romance Angels deck. Then I'll pull a postcard for you guys and wrap up this reading. Thank you for hanging in here for this whole reading. I hope that, it's been of some consolation. I hope it's helped. Okay, so let me pull a message here. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Okay, let's see. What other messages? All right. Interesting. So, finances and career. Again, focus on your finances right now. Focus on your career. Focus on your projects. This is where the divine feminine can be putting her focus into right now. Okay. on her finances, on her career. I heard especially those of you who are into the healing profession, healing professionals, working with others could bring mutual healing. But focus on your endeavors right now. And then I have here new love. A person has stirred your romantic feelings. And true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. So, Divine Feminines, I feel as though if love is what you want, if love is what you truly want, you want happy love, you want good love, you want fulfilling romantic love. If love you seek, love, so you shall have. Love is available to you. Just go in the direction that you are guided to go in. Trust your intuition. Wherever your intuition is telling you to go. For many of you, again, I feel like it's walking away. This could be walking away to, a soulmate. Walking away to a karmic relationship. And honestly, although, of course, we always have love for our divine masculines, I would much rather take that, especially knowing the growth that I've experienced from my twin flame separation and my twin flame relationship, knowing that whatever situation I go into next, they're receiving the very best version of me. This has caused me, and I'm sure a lot of you divine feminines, to work on yourself as a partner, as a romantic partner. We've put in the effort. We put in the effort to, one, love ourselves, fill ourselves with our own love, fall in love with our own selves. And that alone causes us to be more suitable and better partners, because now that we either love ourselves for the first time or have developed or deepened our love for ourselves, now we can give love away. You can't give what you don't have. Can't give away what you don't have. If somebody asks me for $100 and all I have is 50 cents, I can't give that to you, but I'll give you 50 cents. I know that's not what you're looking for, but that's the best I can do, and now we are out of that energy. We've grown. We've made ourselves better people through this experience. So whoever's coming into your life next gets the very best version of you. And now, divine feminines, we're going to be making different decisions in our relationships. Even in small decisions, that's going to change the outcome of how our romantic lives will be moving forward. So that's really wonderful. So it looks like there's love that is coming. Okay? There is love that is coming for you. It could be centered around your finances or career, maybe somebody around your workplace, maybe somebody through your work. I'm laughing because I'm just going to say it. I'm thinking to myself, hey, anybody, I'm single. I'm looking. So you could be meeting somebody through your work. I know it's a bunch of my lovely divine feminines. Shoot, tell your friends. But there are opportunities available for us. So I'm going to lastly pull a divine postcard here for you. Then I'm going to wrap up this reading. Yeah, I'm going to definitely do another reading for the divine masculine on their own, because this reading was already, pretty lengthy. So I didn't expect it to be this long. All right, so let's see what message we get. Ooh, got a little explosion here. All right. Wow. Okay. So I have two here for you. Okay. Oh, gosh. I think I have three. Okay. I have three messages for you. So this is going to be for different, this may be for different sets of divine feminines. We'll see how this goes. Okay. So the first message is, Dearest you, we are sending you waves of love and joy as we watch you reap the rewards of your tenacity and faith. We know how long it has taken you to reach some of your goals and that you've had disappointments along the way. Right now, we suggest you take a deep breath and fill yourself up with gratitude and tune in to the vibration of well-being. Temporary conditions may be trying to hypnotize you into seeing something else as your reality, but we know that happy rewards are on their way to you even now. Change is the only constant, so be open to it. You will achieve your dreams and more, we promise. But more important, your happy rewards will be gathered up in the small moments, the gentle breezes, the soft kisses, and the quiet commitments. Your happiest moments will be on the journey itself, not arriving at any destination. You are surrounded by so much love and care. Can you feel us? So that's the first message here. That's a very interesting message. That's very interesting, but I'm going to just read this one sentence one more time. But more important, your happy rewards will be gathered up in the small moments, the gentle breezes, the soft kisses, and the quiet commitments. Your happiest moments will be on the journey itself, not in arriving at any destination. So this is a journey that we're going through. Regardless of where we are in it, we are twin flames. Regardless of if you feel as though you're on a journey with your divine masculine or you're just on a journey as a divine feminine. It's like, I know I'm a divine feminine. So I know that I'm on this journey regardless of, who is in my life or not. We all go through these collective experiences. And the blessings come from this journey itself. So think about it. In a year from now, 2019, because 2018 is a big year of partnerships and unions, however that happens. So in a year from now, we're going to look back at this time. Many of us are going to look back at this time. And this is just going to be a part of our journey. And even though right now we may be in this Ten of Swords and, prison and in this dark time, in a year from now, we may be looking back at this time saying, I'm glad I went through that because now I'm in this partnership with this amazing person and we have this wonderful love. And it was all a part of the process, all a part of the journey. And the emotional connection to this time, this particular time right now, will be long gone. And the feelings of joy and happiness will be all that's left. So understand that this is a journey. And what is coming for us, all the wonderful things that we deserve are coming for us. I just heard, Spirit will not let you down. We've done the work. And we will be rewarded in the best way possible. Whether that be right now with your divine masculine, whether that be right now with someone else that's going to make you happy. There's something wonderful coming to us. And keep in mind also, I'm just guided to say that because twin flames are together, have this lifelong connection, you could be very happy with somebody for many, many years. Very, very happy, have an amazing relationship with somebody for many, many years. Because guess what? We don't have to be with our first choice. There's no reason why we need to be with our first choice. Many people get married to a second choice and are happy, very happy to their second choice for decades. So you can come across and connect with a karmic, relationship, connect with somebody. And just because of who we are as divine feminines, that relationship can be the best, can be amazing. And you never know what may happen in the future. The divine masculine something may put you back together way later down the line at the right time. We never know how these things may work out. Not to say that will, but take the wonderful opportunities that come to you and walk away from, what doesn't serve you. So the next card that I have here for you is, Dearest you, we know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws, and we view the creations of spirit in total all. All is unique, yet part of a unity of existence. But the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have a specific standard for what you consider ideal, and this isn't serving you right now. So forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are without judgment. Don't wait until a perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all its flawsomeness. This is awesomeness, but with flaws. So it's flawsomeness. You're exactly where you are supposed to be. Let others be who they are too, imperfect and human, complex or simple. These are the themes that we've been speaking about. It doesn't matter. For there's always something to discover, experience, and love. When you drop the need for an ideal, you uncover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable. It's really interesting something, that I got from that, and it's that some of us need to just accept our divine masculines for who they are. Some of us may have tried to change them or make them to be who we want them to be, or maybe put our own perceptions and thought about them as somebody who they're not, or, anything like that. And this is saying, to truly appreciate that person, look at them for who they are, just who they are and what they have done, their actions. And you may look at them a little differently. The last message that I have for you, thank you so much for listening to this whole reading, those of you who made it this far. Okay, the last message I have for you is, dearest you, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times you might find yourself overgiving. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Let others give to you, even if you are more comfortable being generous and being the giver, the healer, the rescuer. Remember that card that was about doing nothing this week? Do nothing, right? Do not give. Do not keep putting out that energy. You've done enough. There's nothing more that you can do. And it's not your job to do anything else. And this is me speaking, not the postcard, but it's not your job to make this situation happen. This is not your thing to fix. You didn't break it. Not your job to fix it. Okay? Not to say that the divine masculine broke it. I'm just saying, as far as the divine feminine goes, it's nothing for you to do. You've done everything. Now it's time to let others do. And it's tiring, giving and giving and giving. Okay. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill, receiving gracefully and with gratitude without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing in agenda of equality to it. Receiving is hard for some people, maybe you. You do not need a this for that in your exchange with others. You are doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old... Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I received a phone call. Then you can receive... Okay. You are doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have you convinced you have to do everything alone with no help. Let your well be filled. We all love you so, so much. So again, divine feminines, we've done so much work energetically, for ourselves, everything, regarding our divine masculines. Excuse me. And now's the time to let that go. There's nothing more for you to do. Now you can, if you feel the need to give to yourself, take care of yourself. But now it's time for you to receive. We can't keep working forever. If you haven't burnt out already, we're going to burn out. And we're needed to anchor unconditional love on this planet as a collective. So it's very important to not give to the point to where it hurts. Right? So, okay, my lovely, lovely divine feminines, that is the reading that I have for you. Thank you so much for listening to this reading. I hope that I was able to provide you with some useful guidance and useful messages for this week. I'm wishing you guys so much luck in your situations, whatever you decide to do, and sending you love. If you'd like to book a reading with me, you can do so through my website. You can also ask me a question at any time through the Instant Go app. The details are in the description box below. And also, you can book a divine partner reading through the description box below as well. Thank you again. I love you guys so much. We're all in this together. And please comment. Like this reading if the messages resonate. Tell me how this is resonating with you. Thank you again. I love you guys so much. Alrighty. Bye-bye.